Hi Engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today we'll understand how to grab government internships. Whenever I tell students that certifications are super important and you can either pursue it from good companies when you do internships, or you can get government internships in government organizations or in research institutes, and then you can get some good certifications. Then always people keep on asking, most of the students even query this in live chat, that how to get into these organizations. And I can tell you this with full credibility because I have been a person who has himself done his internship in a government laboratory, in a national laboratory of Government of India. I did my internship in CSIR, CSIO. So I can tell you this with full credibility and authority. And henceforth, I believe that my seniors were kind enough to guide me into these platforms. But right now, when I ask students, the awareness for this is very less. Most of the students aren't aware about such opportunities. So today, I'll demystify all this for you. Fine. Let's dive in deep. So the first thing is Department of Space or ISRO's internship scheme. Now, ISRO has two schemes. Fine, or Department of Space has two schemes. One is this internship scheme. The other is student project trainee scheme. We'll come up to that, but right now, first of all, let's focus on internship scheme. Fine. So in internship scheme, the opportunity shall be extended for UG, PG, PhD students. Fine. And in this case, either you should be studying into your degree, which is UG, post-graduation or PhD, or you should have completed within the 6 months of application. Say that you have completed your degree, say in June, and you applied it in July or August, then you can go for this internship. Fine. So for this case, you have a maximum period of 45 days. You can just work for 45 days and that would be your internship at ISRO or Department of Space. Now, Department of Space has various centers and in those you can do your research. I'll show you. So in this case, you have maximum period of 45 days and you need to have a minimum aggregate of 60% or a CGPA of 6.32. Now, irrespective of whatever criteria you have at your college or your institute for converting your CGPA, irrespective of that, ISRO or Department of Space has given a specific criteria of 6.32. Now, if you are being scaled on the criteria of a CGPA in which the scale is of 10, then 6.32 is the minimum CGPA you should have. If you're in percentage system, then it is 60%. And 45 days is maximum here. Fine. It is maximum here in internship scheme. But when you come to the student project trainee scheme, then the metrics change a bit. Why am I saying so? If you're somebody who's completed his 6th semester in engineering, in BTech, then in that case, you have to spend minimum 45 days if you're a student project trainee. Fine. For MeitY you should have completed first semester, then minimum of 120 days you have to spend. Now, this is minimum here. In the internship scheme, it was maximum 45 days. In student project trainee scheme, you have to work minimum 45 days and it can extend according to the project requirements. Fine. Now, for MeitY, I told you minimum of 120 days. For BSc or diploma, you should be in the final year and only final year students are allowed for this. So minimum of 45 days, again, you have to work here. For MSc, the student should have completed the first semester, minimum of 120 days. And for PhD, scholars who have completed their coursework can go here and minimum of 30 months is needed. Now, in all these cases, you need to have at least 60% marks cumulative or CGPA of 6.32 on a scale of 10. Whatever may be your conversion formula in your degree, in your institute, if you're being scaled on the scale of 10, then you have to have 6.32. Fine. So these are two schemes. Now, how to apply here? These are the relevant pages from center or unit websites that I compiled, gave to my team, and they have put the links here. I'll try and tell the team to put these links in the description box as well. But what you can do is, I'll show you how to reach the place where all these links are available. I'll show you. Just give me a minute. if you open the ISRO Internship, if you just type this, then you have this page of DOS ISRO Internship and Student Project Trainee Scheme, and here you have full eligibility, as well as when you go down you have these specific links to the centers. And in this case, say for example you want to work at Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, then what you can do is you click on this link, and I guess this is temporarily unavailable right now, but one of the pages should be available. Yes, the students portal is available. So you go into this page and look for the various eligibility conditions given, and then what you can do is click on apply. Fine. And once you click on apply, see, application for this slot is completed. Now these are the slots given. You need to be specifically updated with all this information on these sites so that you know when to apply, where to apply. Now I have shown you, you have all the links at your disposal. Same goes for any other center. For example, URSC Bengaluru. If I click on this, then also you have a similar portion, and if you see carefully, the window will next reopen on 1 February 2025 for internships during 1 April to 30 June 2025. So all those people who are targeting this, remember 1 February is a date which you need to remember right now, because URSC will open its internship applications for the month of April and June 2025. Fine. So post this, what you can do is you can further move, and this is the institute where I worked as a summer trainee, and believe me, one of the finest labs that I've ever seen. And this lab is situated in Chandigarh. Fine. This is situated in Chandigarh, and a wonderful lab to work at for ME, MTech, MSc, MS, BE, BTech students for final year. Now it offers 2 internships or 2 summer trainings. One is that you have 6 months to 1 year training duration. Fine. And then you have a short term training here, which is 6 to 8 weeks. Fine. And the reason that I am explaining about these 2 trainings is because in both the trainings, projects are different due to the timeline that you are following. Fine. Your university or institution must fall in the first 100 of NIRF 2024. As of now, 2024 was the benchmark criteria, and your institute should be in first 100. So if you're there, then you should go and do the internship here. You can do that. Basically, you're eligible then. Or if your institute is having a memorandum of understanding with the lab, which is CSIR, CSIO, then you can go here. Now, conditions of training. The training must be completed in one stretch and is full time and on site. You have to go into the lab daily, you have to go into the organization daily and work, number one, and you have to complete it at one stretch. You can't do it partially. It has a 5-day week, and lab timings are from 9 AM to 5:30 PM. Students are expected to report on time and may not leave the lab before closing time. No leave of absence will be permitted, particularly for MTech trainees. No extension in the training period will be entertained. Now let me tell you, the conditions are very, very stringent and very strict in CSIR, CSIO, but the exposure to technology is unbelievable. They're just top-notch people, top-notch scientists working at very good projects. Fine. So this is one lab where you can go, and it has a flexible selection procedure for each session based primarily on the requirement from the scientist and the applicants. And preference will be given to the students from institutes of national importance and CFTIs, which are central funded technical institutions. Now, what you can do is, along with these requirements that are listed here, basically in top 100 NIRF ranking, your institute or university should be there, or your institute or university should have a MOU, as I told you. And for students who are wishing to train with CSIO, either for 6 weeks or 6 months, will need to bring a signed and stamped printout of an IPR disclaimer. Now, this I have picked up from the website. My editing team, kudos to them. What a wonderful edit. They took the text, pasted it as it is, and still this click here is written here. So basically, when you go on their website, you can click on this particular link and you can download that IPR form. Students are advised to thoroughly pursue our website, particularly the research and achievements menu options, to get an idea of the ongoing research projects at the lab. Basically, why this is written, so that when you go to the lab, when you go to a scientist, you know what kind of projects, what kind of technologies are being pursued in this organization. Fine, because they ask you your specific interest, they ask you that which division do you want to join. When you are applying, they ask you under which division you want to work. Fine, so at that point of time you should know that. And these pages include the information about researchers, basically which are scientists, and their areas of work. Then original and photocopy of both sides of college ID card is needed. Original and photocopy of only one mark sheet, which is the last available semester's mark sheet. For example, a student wishing to intern in the 7th semester must bring the 6th semester mark sheet. In case only a printout from the university website is possible, the printout must be signed and stamped by the college authorities, as simple as that. If you're somebody who doesn't have DMC and you have online printout result, then you have to get it signed and stamped by college authorities. Fine. So that was for CSIR, CSIO. You can go on their website and check it out. Now, how do you check it out? I'll again show you. See, because navigating to CSIO website can be a task at times. So I'll tell you how to do that. You simply type here CSIO student trainee or summer trainee, whatever you enter. So here you will go to the HRD training and apprenticeship page, and here you can see the eligibilities and the fill up form. Here you click to fill the form, and then you can go ahead and fill this form. Fine, if you get shortlisted, if your resume is good enough, then you can contact CSIO through these. For further clarifications, you can contact her, and then you will know how the further procedure goes. Fine. Now there is one more interesting internship scheme, which is MeitY Digital India Internship Scheme. What is this? This is from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Now in this particular scheme, what you have at your disposal is that anybody who has secured at least 60% marks from any recognized university, and whoever is pursuing BE, BTech, ME, MTech in CSC, IT or electronics or electrical. Fine. Only for these branches, first of all, this is open, and you need to have at least 60% marks. And for MSc in CS, IT, electronics, electrical domains, for MCA or for DOE, ACC B level, or for LLB also it is open, but for LLB students it is only for cyber laws and public policy on internet. Only in these areas LLB students can do the internship. Fine. Or for the BE, BTech who are in ECE or electronics and MBA finance or MSc electronics, these people can work when students would be considered for internship only for project appraisal and funding methodologies for electronics and semiconductor manufacturing. What is basically it is trying to say is that if you're somebody who is studying electronics, or you're somebody who is studying MBA finance, or you're somebody who is studying MSc electronics, then in this case, either if you're from finance, then you will be assigned something related to the international economies related to semiconductors, kind of that area. Or if you're somebody from ECE, then you will be assigned a project or an internship in the domain of semiconductors only. Fine. So in this case, the students who are in the last semester or who will pass out in summer 2024 will not be eligible for the internship. Every year this eligibility changes. Fine. So for 2025, this year it will come up. Now all you need to do is go ahead, check on their website what is the current ongoing eligibility scheme. Right now, this is the eligibility which is written on their site. Soon they'll be updating it for 2025. So you need to be very, very careful and updated through the site of MeitY, which is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Also, possessing minimum qualifications as above shall not guarantee internship in this ministry. Candidates having exposure in the area of intended internship with good academic background and having higher qualification based on the need shall be given preference. Fine. So you need to have a very good resume, very good grades, very good exposure to technology, some good projects. Fine. All that I always keep on telling. Now these are the areas of internship. Fine. And they are just impeccable areas. They can immediately add value to your resume. cyber laws, digital forensics, technology incubation and enhancing the process of technology adoption, content writers for those who are willing to have a creative side in content writing. This can be a very good stamping authority. Use of AI tools and ontology development for social media, graphic designer, video editor, electronic equipment safety testing, EMC testing, cloud computing, Web3, quantum communication, blockchain technology, HPC, high power computing. This is basically related to supercomputers. Fine. So if you're interested in high performance computing, parallel distributed systems, then high power computing is for you. Now R&D in system design and engineering, public policy on internet, natural language processing applications, people who are interested in NLP and AI, this is for you. Fine. This is also for people who are interested in AI. And project appraisal and funding methodologies for electronics and semiconductor manufacturing units via international economies. Now this particular domain, this specific domain is for people who are doing BE BTech, ECE and MBA Finance or MSc Electronics and MBA Finance. Fine. Now, if you're somebody who wants to go here, then you can explore their website and I'll show you how to explore that as well. Don't worry. Fine. So you have various documents and proper detailed advertisement where eligibility conditions and application form, everything is given. Don't worry, I'll show you. Fine. Let me show you that. So I'll go ahead with that. Wait a minute, I'll show you. MeitY Internship. Now if you search this MeitY Internship, you have apply for internship link straight away, and when you come here, you don't find anything, right? You find applications for MeitY Digital India Internship Scheme 2024 have been closed. Now when for 2025 it will open, this link would again get activated. But in this scheme, which is Digital India Internship Scheme, what I want to show you is that Digital India Internship Scheme. Now for 2024 portion, they must be having one advertisement page where they have everything included. Fine. And they also give good decent stipends. Now also on these National Government Services portal, here also you find some details about it. However, I'll go here and see. This was MeitY Digital India Internship Scheme. This is how the landing page of it looks like. And this is about the scheme. Now this is the detailed advertisement. This is the apply link. This is admin login and GC login. Now if you see, list of selected candidates, batch 2, batch 1, everything is given here on the landing page. Similar kind of landing page, or it might happen that on the same page updations may happen and it may open for 2025. Now if I open this particular PDF for you, now see, it has all the details about it and when it would particularly execute, which students are eligible, which students are not, and then you can apply online through this particular URL, which is meity.gov.in/schemes. Now if you open the schemes, you will have Digital India Internship Scheme 2024. Now when it will open for 2025, similar kind of link will float here. Similar link also floats for Digital India Internship Scheme for NIC. Fine. This happened back in 2023. This might happen in 2025. So you need to be aware with all this. You need to open these websites regularly. Fine. And if anything comes up in these organizations, I will also be informing you on these social media handles that are listed here. So go ahead, follow us on these social media handles so that you do not miss such updates. Fine. Also, in the IITs or in the IISc or in the IIST, if you want to go there, then you can go in those organizations, in those institutes as well. All you need to do is just search the internships, just search the research projects in those particular institutes. Say you want to do a research in IIT Roorkee, all you can do is search for the projects going on, search which professor or which scientist there is actually working on that particular project, because a lot of people who are not even professors, some designated scientists of various labs work in IITs. Fine. So look out for the people who are working there on different projects, write an email to them, find an email from the official website of IITs. Write an email to them that you want to work under them, and you can easily get internship opportunities in research institutes as well. Fine. Also, go ahead, comment if any blocker you're facing in this particular video or in any of your placement journey. Go ahead, comment below this video, because that might give you a chance of winning Prep Insta Prime subscription for free if you're in top 3 comments. Fine. So go ahead, comment below, and that's all for today's video. I hope this was helpful for you, and if you know somebody who needs to know this information, your junior, your senior, your friend, your peer, just go ahead and spread it. Fine. Keep on doing good. Good will come back to you. That's all I can say. So have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.